Hey fam! So welcome to another motivational Monday video, and yes, as you can see, I'm not in my usual setup. It's because I am currently out of town. I am in Baguio. So I'll be doing the video here, and this is my view. So you guys can see, sobrang ganda. I actually like staying here. So for this week's motivational Monday video, I will be talking about going out of your comfort zone or doing things that you wouldn't usually do. And I think it's just a very timely topic to talk about because yun nga, by the time I post this, it will be December 30 and malapit na mag New Year. So yes, Merry Christmas by the way. So yeah, I think since a new year is coming, it's good to go further or like push yourself to go out there. And for me, I actually have 3 things to share with you guys. 3 of my personal experiences of what happened to me when I pushed myself to go out of my comfort zone. So first is with my orgs. So as you see from my vlogs, I'm part of the Student Lasallian Animators or SLA and Christ Youth in Action DLSU or CYA. And for me, in SLA, it's really one of the places, or like yung mga kasama ko doon, they're really one of the people who would really push me to go further. As in like, when I stopped vlogging, Ate Apple pushed me to go back to it. And since I am part of the committee, or yun nga, I'm team leader of the committee that handles the recollections the recollection or Lasare 1 of the first year students. It requires me to do a lot of public speaking. Like basically I give the orientation to the students, I play games for the icebreakers. So it really requires a lot of like talking in front of a group of people, which you might think that it's so easy for me because I'm a vlogger, but then it's really different because usually when I film I'm alone and talking in front of a bunch of people where I know they're looking at me, it's really hard. But then I learned to just be confident in doing it. Like, of course, like it's normal at first, you'd be really scared, you'd be really nervous all the time, but for me, after some time, I just got used to it. I cleared my thoughts of anything negative, and usually like sometimes because yun nga, in SLA we're the co-facilitators for the Lasare activity, and basically we're co-facilitators for Lasare. And sometimes when the co-faci is late or someone needs help, sometimes like on the spot, like even before I became a team leader, like sometimes on the spot they need someone, like I'd be like willingly volunteer, be like yeah, I can do it. So like even if public speaking used to be something that really scared me, now it's something I'm very much confident in doing most of the time. And in CYA naman, okay, like I joined CYA somewhere like in the middle of the term, so I barely knew anyone, I didn't have friends there. But then, you know, like I just really wanted to find something more or discover something more about myself. So it was actually Ate Apple who encouraged me to join CYA because I actually had a lot of options, because as I think it has also been part of my vlogs about cross, which is actually it's actually a shortcut for what it stands for, Catholic Religious Organization of Students. So under that there are 7 orgs. CYA, because why CYA? It's because mostly because of Ate Apple. She was CYA back when she was in college, and she told me about it, and I seemed to really like what I was hearing, especially learning about their culture and the things that they do. I really liked it, and what I like about being in CYA is that it also pushes me to go further. Like, especially that time when I didn't really know anyone, I found it really parang nakakahiya. Like, I was really shy. I didn't know how to approach people and all that. But then when I went to my first CYA event, I was very much I was kind of dependent on Ate Apple. You know, like, I would always ask her to go with me and all that. Okay, but then it's in CYA where I learned how to make the first move, on how to take the initiative, and just to, you know, there's nothing wrong with making new friends. You may think that you don't know how to do it, or you don't know the right thing to do, but then when it comes to making new friends, it's just all about introducing yourself, saying hi, introduce yourself. So I'd be like, hi, I'm Annie, and I'm new, and stuff like that. So, like, like, it's just a matter of making the first move, because when you know you're in the right environment, or when, like me, like, I was trying to join a new group or a new organization at school, like, I had to also put myself out there in order for me to really be able to enjoy the events, and to be more encouraged to join the next coming activities. And it's always a good feeling when you get to make new friends. And another experience I had is when I went to the Christmas party, or alumni get-together of John Robert Powers. As you all know, I'm a student there, and that was my first John Robert Powers activity, or event. Event. On my way there, I guess you guys seen my vlog on that. On my way there, actually, I was so nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know anyone. What if it's gonna be so awkward, and what if I'm just gonna be alone in the corner and stuff like that. But during dinner, so I got food, and then, at first I was just in the corner, I was eating. Like, well, no, I was about to eat, and then I saw this group in front of me. So they were like a lot. So I saw this group in front of me, and then I was like, I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I was like, I'm just gonna go for it. So I carried my plate, and I was like, hey guys, can I join you? And then they were like, yeah, sure. And I was like, oh, hi, I'm Annie, can I get your names? So then, like, I was like really surprised I was able to do that. Sometimes, as I said in one of my previous videos, in another video, I said sometimes you just have to get up and do it. And that's really true, and it's very helpful as well. Sometimes, wag na kayo mag-isip ng kung ano, like, just clear your head and just do what you want to do, because you'll really be surprised on where it will take you, or how far you can go. And last thing I want to share with you guys is about my vlogging. Actually, I don't know how it happened. I guess it just happened. Like, I just really decided to do it. And when I went to a CYA event, because in CYA we have some activities where we also have, we have like this hub. It's called UMC, Unified Manila Chapter. So all the universities in Manila. We have this youth center, and we usually have activities there. My first time that I was gonna attend an event there, I was really shy. I didn't even know if I should go and all. But then I said, okay, I'll vlog. And somehow, whenever I vlog, I get less shy. Or like, when I vlog, I don't get shy at all. And it's very surprising where it can really take me. Like, like I would vlog in public and I wouldn't be ashamed or shy about it. And that's also really one thing that really surprised me, how I don't get shy to vlog in public. So yeah, basically I think when you have a hard time going out of your comfort zone, find something that is very comfortable for you. Find something that makes you comfortable, that no matter what, kahit madami pang nanonood sa'yo or a lot of people are looking at you, you wouldn't mind doing it. Find that something. Because for me, that's vlogging. And I don't know, for you, it could be maybe modeling for a picture. Like, you don't mind how many people would stare as long as you get that Instagram worthy shot, right? That's one thing. Like, if you're comfortable with that, just keep on doing it and maybe try going further. After that, maybe you can try taking videos for your Instagram or for your Facebook. And then what else? There could be, if you're okay, let's say you're used to performing in small audiences or only within your family. If you have that confidence to do it already in front of other people, even if it's just your family or your friends, try to go further. Try to join recitals or sing more in public with more people. Sometimes it's just a matter of taking small steps. The first step would usually always be the hardest, but once you take it, it will make you really happy. What I can say, it will really make you happy when you go out of your comfort zone. Because for me, that's how I always feel whenever I get to do something new, or whenever I surprise myself with doing something I never thought I could. And another thing is clear your thoughts. Don't think too much of what if, or don't scare yourself. Don't put negative thoughts in your head, because that's really not gonna make you go out of your comfort zone, definitely. And that's actually one thing I'm trying to work on when it comes to my thoughts, because with being a team leader in SLA, I doubt myself a lot, and it really hinders me from doing a lot of things. So sometimes what's really hindering you is just yourself, which is not good, which is not helpful, which is not healthy as well. And I guess one last thing you can do if you need help going out of your comfort zone, do to the friend. Find someone who would, be able to really push you or encourage you to take that leap of faith, take that big or small step into going further. Because for me, that was all I needed, just a little push. I know it's scary, but that's normal. It's normal to feel scared, it's normal to feel nervous. You're human. We're all human. It's normal to feel those things. We're meant to feel those things. But what's important is that we don't let ourselves be consumed by that. Because you won't get anywhere. Because if ever you're scared, I think the best way to get rid of that fear is, maybe one is to talk about it with someone, because sometimes you just have to let it out. Sometimes you don't even need to hear anything, you just need to let it out and then you'll be okay. Depends. Or sometimes that's a challenge, sometimes doing things even if it scares you, but I promise you, when you face your fear, it'll really be worth it. Don't think that you'll get embarrassed or you'll just do everything wrong. I mean, those are possibilities, but then how will you learn? You don't learn when you're up there, or you don't learn when you're doing everything right. You learn when you make mistakes, when you fall down. It's okay to make those mistakes, it's okay to get embarrassed. It happens to everyone. What matters more is how you get up again, how you rise up from it, and that you learn from it, and that you won't do it again. So Yeah, this new year, I think it's a good time that we challenge ourselves more. We encourage others to take that leap of faith, to push themselves further as much as they can. And, like, new year, new you, new adventures, new chances, new opportunities, new possibilities. It's a new year. You never know what would happen. And I tell you, for someone who finally got out of her shell this year, I'm ending this year in a much happier way, in a much happier and more grateful place. And one thing I can really tell you, and one thing that I can really testify to, one thing I experience, life begins outside of your comfort zone. So this new year, I'm giving you the challenge to go further.